Okay, hi, my name is Tatum. I chose to talk about soul music today. I picked soul music because it's one of my personal favorite categories that we've learned about. I think soul is crazy. It's unique. I love that it's not just about the music, but it's about the lyrics and the meaning behind the song. Um, Soul isn't just a style. It's a society. And I love that. It emerged in the 1950s and 60s. It features gospel music, rhythm, blues, and jazz, which kind of gives it a different variety. Um, it became home for a lot of African Americans, gave them a way to express themselves through pride, pain, and hope. As we know, during the 50s and 60s, there was a lot of racial segregation. Unfortunately, there was civil rights and struggles in civil rights and a lot of different things. So the soul music played a huge role in the rise and empowerment of African Americans. During the civil rights movement, black artists they used soul as a platform. They were able to speak out and share their opinions and their views through music. Some of my favorite artists and some of my top picks of artists would be Sam Cooke, Aretha Franklin, Otis Redding, and James Brown. I love that these guys weren't just artists; they were entertainers. They were they gave the African American community people to look up to and to be inspired by. Their songs created messages that were all about equality, unity, and they taught resilience in that community. For example, one of my favorite songs by James Brown is Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud. This became an anthem, not just a song. It helped create self-empowerment and encouragement to the listeners. They were able to embrace their culture, and their heritage is something that's so important, and I love that it created a way for them to appreciate that. This music created a community that had not been created yet, and it wasn't just through politics, but it was through the rhythm, the melody, the lyrics, and everything that you learn from those songs. Soul music, it gave people something to listen to, but not just that, it gave them a sense of belonging. Music became a home for a lot of people because of soul, and it was a place where they could express themselves and they could share it with other people and celebrate their culture. One thing that I love about soul music is it doesn't ask for permission to be bold. It is demanding. It's very recognizable, and I really love that. Soul artists, they use bold statements. Their voices, it created a meaning that their voices mattered, and their stories, they deserve to be told, and I love that. Some of the characteristics of soul that I just jotted down were strong, emotional, rhythm, and then blues, rich, meaningful, deep, personal, and a little political all at the same time, which I think is so cool that it can include all of those different things. Soul music is powerful, but it also is socially transferred some social aspects as well. It was able to make a difference through something common like music. Let's see, I'm going to share a couple of my favorite facts about soul music. I love that it grew out of a gospel setting. Gospel is something that's important to me, and so I thought it was awesome that I can make that connection in my life with this music. Aretha Franklin, she started singing in church choirs before she moved into the other type of music, which I think is so awesome that it started small and then grew into something so big. Soul itself refers to, like the word soul, refers to deep feeling, and I think that just explains this type of music perfectly. The singers, they really pour their heart out into every song, every lyric, every note, everything, and I love that. I also found that James Brown was titled the Godfather of Soul, which I think is so cool. He earned this title because of his energy. He had funky rhythms, and he had a massive influence on the soul community. And so, in conclusion, I just want to share the importance of soul music and for everything that it created and the community it created. It has a statement of identity and strength. It gave people a voice, a home, and a platform, and a dream. It created freedom, and even today you'll hear influences in our music that came from soul. I really enjoyed learning about this and learning about the community and the history of it, and I hope you enjoyed.